let's just recap. The market posting a 0.8% gain on Tuesday. That's after it fell back on Monday and posted one of the weakest performances for African markets last week. Turnover also down though on Tuesday despite that positive gain there. Let's drill into some of the numbers that we've had coming through from the likes of CFC Insurance. That company reporting first half profits rising by 73% to 334.5 million shillings. Total income growing to just over 2.1 billion shillings there. That stock has underperformed though on the NIC since listing and since being spun off from CFC Stanbic Bank. Why do you see the stock being under pressure in light of the numbers that we see coming through?
Well, I think this is basically the market conditions. We've had the stock trading on the market since April, and in the last 5 or 6 months when it has been on the market, we have actually had a bearish run on the market, and therefore it has been across the board. It's not just CFC Insurance. My feeling about CFC Insurance and also the separation of the business lines and the listing of the different the CFC holdings and CFC Insurance as separate entities, I think is positive rather than negative, in that now investors can actually look at the different business lines individually and decide on which one they feel is a better investment. And I believe that that is actually going to play to the benefit of CFC Insurance going forward.
Right, from the insurance sector to the brewery sector, the largest listed stock now on the NSE is East African Breweries. That has overtaken Safaricom with a market cap now of 138 billion shillings. That's versus Safaricom's 122 billion shillings. Investors like the full year numbers coming out of that brewer. 3% rise in that stock since Friday. The stock trading at 175 shillings at this stage. Do you think that the likes of SAB Miller poses a real threat to East African Breweries in the East African region? Do you think East African Breweries has the muscle to be able to grow significantly going forward?
Well, East African Breweries understands the regional market and especially the local market. They have an advantage on that area. They have been at war before and come out laughing, and I believe that the competitors actually leave our market. I think that was about 10 years ago. And I think that having had all the different policy issues that have come at East Africa Breweries and seeing them continue to show that they can be profitable and continue to see profit growth means that the company does have resilience and does have the muscle that it takes to actually work in an adverse market. So I think that investors are actually cashing in on this and seeing that there are still quite a few markets. The market is still wide open out there, especially with in Sudan, and I believe that East Africa Breweries is actually in the best position to take a position there and actually become one of the biggest players.
And of course, many companies in Kenya seeing South Sudan as the next growth region in the area. We saw Equity Bank now saying that it's opening up its 4th branch in South Sudan. But generally, looking at the banking stocks over in Kenya, they have been under pressure in the past few sessions. For example, Equity Bank easing by 1%, closing at a 15-month low of 19 shillings and 40 cents on Friday, or on Tuesday rather. Why do you think the stock has been under pressure? And why do you see banking stocks all significantly falling in the past few weeks?
Well, I think we have seen a slowdown, and there is an expected slowdown across the banking sector in the second half of 2011 in terms of bottom line growth. We have had very strong double-digit growth, which was actually underlining the growth and underlying economic growth that we have had, and seeing interest rates and having seen their securities held for government securities held for trading lose so much value. We have seen banks suffer on that front, and I believe that especially now that we have seen some of the banks begin to increase interest rates, we also do expect that we are going to see a slowdown in lending. But I think at the same meantime, investors will continue to look at the growth factor, because at the end of the day, we have started to see, for example, with Kenya Commercial Bank, we have seen their Tanzanian investment begin to actually give positive returns, and we have started to see that side of the region begin to get positive growth. And I think that is actually a very good sign, seeing that was the area where we had seen the slowest actually uptake of these companies' businesses.